All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to factor quadratics, and we have been factoring with GCF. So remember, our first step to factoring is GCF. Our second thing we did is if it had 4 terms, this is what we did on Friday. We grouped it or used the reverse box. Today we have 3 terms. And we're going to do what I call the cheater method. Cheater method. It's really simple. So if you do not finish your work on Friday, you're going to have plenty of time to do today's work and Friday's work because that needs to be completed. Also, when I assign you work, it's not playtime. It's not talk to each other all day time. It is work. And if you don't want to work, then you can go to 5A, 1A, whatever we send you to now. I'm not going to do this. Okay. Does everybody understand? All right. So for the very first one, the reason we can use cheater method is there's no number in front of this b squared. Tomorrow we'll put a number in front and we'll learn a different method. So because there's no number in front, what we're going to do is find factors of the last. That'll be negative 30. That add to the middle. And we will not write this every time. Your middle term is negative 1. And once we find those factors, we're pretty much done. Okay. We're going to use our calculator to find these. We can do these in our head if we'd like. Some of you are not very good at your multiplication table, so I'm going to make it a little bit easier. We're going to use our calculator, okay? So remember how we were finding factors when we were breaking it down? We were putting it into y equals. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to add something to it. So I'm going to pull my calculator up, and I want you to have yours up too. In your y equals, we would have put in that negative 30 divide x. You guys were doing that for the last couple of days, right? So the new thing is we're going to put the same thing in y2, but we're going to add plus x. We're going to add plus x. So if you can do that right there, you can do today's homework. That's it. Does everybody understand that? Go to your table, and we're looking for that negative 1 in the red column. What are the 2 numbers beside negative 1? Look at it one more time. Look, the red column, negative 1. What are the 2 numbers beside it? Negative 6 and 5. Those are your factors of the last that add to the middle. So here's how you finish your answer. What letter are we using in this problem? We had a V and a negative 6. A V and a positive 5. That is it. I told you, if you could do the part in the calculator, you're going to be fine. I can make mine start at 0. Did you put in this into y equals?
Yeah, it says 0, error, and then 130, 29.
Go into your y equals. Make sure plot 1, 2, and 3 are not on. Make sure it's not dark. So like if I hit enter, I don't want a box on that plot 1. Did yours look like mine, Corbin? Okay. It probably started at a different number. And that's fine. So mine, if it started at 0, would be error. You were fine. Yours is fine. 0, error is where you should be. We just scroll down. I get what you're saying now. Yeah. It doesn't matter where your chart starts. We're just looking for that negative 1. Just like we did the other day and had to scroll through to find our, yep, you did perfect. You did perfect. All right. So on the next one, number 2, we want factors of the last, which is 16, that add to negative 10. So that first number is what you're putting in y equals 16 divide x, and then 16 divide x plus x. And then in your calculator, we're looking at red column or the last column for -10. So we're going to do second graph. And we might have to move it around. See, there's +10, but I don't see a -10, but here's a -17. So let me move up. There's -10. So you might have to go up and down to see where your -10 is. What are the two numbers next to -10? -2 and -8. Remember, it doesn't matter what order you write them in. If you wrote -8, -2, that's fine. What letter are we using? M and a -2, M and a -8. That's your problem. Now you can also write it M -8 and M -2. That order doesn't, that's what I'm talking about. Your order doesn't matter. So don't stress out and worry which one goes first. Is everybody good? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I know. Oh, it's pretty easy, isn't it? All right, look at your next one. Our last number is the one that's going to go in our calculator. We're going to look for the middle number, and then just make sure you watch your signs. So a -14 is what goes in your calculator. And we're looking for a +5. Doesn't matter where you find it. Mine happened to be at the top, which was -2 and 7. So what letter did we have? What letter is in our problem? A and a -2, A and a +7. That's it. What? You sure?
Yeah, I'll go see.
All right, check out the next one. What number are we putting in our calculator? It's already in there, but what number are we looking for in the middle now? So we're going to look for -5. This time it's 2 and -7. So factors of -14 that add to -5 are 2 and -7. What letter did we use? X and a +2, X and -7. That's it. Any questions? Yes. Yes. Yes.
Wait, so we find out opposite on the middle,
What?
like the -5, right?
Yeah, it's -5.
We find the positive version.
No. This one we found +5 because it was positive. in the
Oh,
middle.
so we just look for that.
Yeah, it's whatever number is in the middle. Mhm. Are you ready? All right, so on the next one, we're finding factors of the last. The last number is -18. That adds to the middle, and that's a +3. So in our calculator, we're putting -18 divide x, -18 divide x plus x. Everybody good? And then look in your table for a +3. It is right there. What are my two numbers?
6 and -6.
6 and what?
-6.
Three.
Oh, nice. I meant 3.
That's okay. I didn't read it. What letter did we use?
Okay.
A. Wow, that's so yellow. A and a +6. A and a -3. Everybody good? What's the difference in this one? There's a number in front. Now, I told you today was going to be easy, right? It's going to combine what you did the other day with what you're doing today. So everything that you have today should have a GCF and it should go away. Okay, so this, we want to see if everything will divide by 5. So that becomes our GCF. You can break it down if you want to, but I would try to divide that first number to begin with, so that way it goes away. All right. Did you see any on EDIA this morning that were weird? Oh, okay. We'll check it out. We'll tell Ms. Burkhardt if it's weird. 5 divided by 5 is 1n squared. 40 divided by 5 is 8n. And then 75 divided by 5 is what? What y'all got? What if you have to do this yourself? What do you do? Yeah, just put it in your calculator. What's 75 divided by 5? 15. So now we're going to keep that 5 in our answer, but we're just going to work with this part right now. What are your factors of 15 that add to -8? So in my calculator, I want factors of positive 15 that add to -8. There's positive 8. I have to move. There's -8. -3 and -5. Is everybody good? What, -5 and -3? Doesn't matter. You good? I don't care as long as you have those two numbers. Doesn't matter what order it's in. Okay. So -5 and -3. So our letter was N and a -5, N and a -3, but make sure that you pull that GCF down. So that's the only hard part to today. I don't know why this is so weird looking. All right. Any questions?
So you put the 5 on the outside of the fence?
Mm-hmm.
So like number 7 is 3 and then the next is
Mm-hmm. So everything will divide by 3. Mm-hmm. So your 3 is going to go on the outside. We're going to have a squared because your 3's cancel out, plus a. And then -18 divided by 3 is -6. So we want factors of the last, or -6, that add to the middle. What's always with that single a? What number?
1.
1. That's what we're looking for. So -6 in our calculator. And we're looking for a positive 1, so -2 and positive 3. We want to make sure we put the 3 first. We were doing a's -2, and then a plus 3. That's it. Now, remember on EDA, you need to watch that. They only let you do those letters, so that's fine. If you were doing it on a test or a regular homework assignment and you put X's or something like that, it'd be okay. I'm just really looking to make sure you can do the numbers. Is everybody good? All right, what do I do on number 8?
Divide everything by 4.
Divide everything by 4. Now, tomorrow when we do this, everything will not divide by 4, so you'll still have a number in front. That's what we're going to do tomorrow, okay? But it's easy as well. All right. Our 4 comes out. We're left with m squared plus m, because 4 divided by 4 is 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. And then -48 divided by 4 is -12. So we're finding factors of -12 that add to 1. Don't yell them out, please. So -12 divide x, -12 divide x plus x. Again, in the red column, we're looking for a positive 1. So our two numbers are -3 and positive 4. Any questions so far? Everybody okay? So bring that 4 down. We were working with an m, and we have a -3, and m and a positive 4. Is everybody good? What am I going to divide out of 9, number 9? What am I going to divide out of number 9? 5. Mhm. And I don't know these myself, so you can put them in the calculator. 5 divided by 5 is just 1k squared. 95 divided by 5 is 19k, and it's positive because the problem is positive. And then 450 divided by 5 is 90. Remember that I need factors of the last, so that'll be 90. That adds to the middle, which is 19. So we're putting 90 in our calculator. And looking for 19. 19, 19, 19. There it is. What are my two numbers? 9 and 10. So we took out a 5. Our letter was K. We got a +9, a K, and a +10. That's it. What are we going to take out of number 10? Another 5, yeah. That leaves us with x squared. 65 divided by 5, it's a negative 13x. We should not have our phones out or on. And then 200 divided by 5 is 40. Remember that we need factors of the last, so that would be a positive 40. That adds to the middle, which is negative 13. So watch your signs when you're doing this in your calculator. We're putting in 40 and looking for negative 13. My two numbers are -5 and -8. So you took a 5 out. We were dealing with x's and a -5, x and a -8. Any questions? That is literally all you're doing today. Okay. Make sure that you guys go back and do your grouping homework as well, or the reverse box, whatever you want to do. Some of you just have a couple left and some of you have the whole assignment left. That needs to be done. You're getting behind. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to stop sharing, stop recording.